Hello and welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight. I'm Teresa Strongmeyer with Action Coach Tampa Bay, and we have another wonderful business owner with us. I'm introducing you today to Erica Holland. Erica has a very unique business, and it's beautiful, it's creative, and it's lucrative. So let's talk to Erica about this business. So tell us the name of your business and how long you've been doing this.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me today. So my company is called the Roaming Petal. And essentially what we do is bring beautiful flower arranging workshops to you guys. So we're a completely mobile business, which means we go to homes, bars, restaurants, bring tons of flowers, supplies, and then walk everyone through basically step by step how to build a beautiful arrangement that's perfect for their home or kind of to give as a gift.
So what got you into this? Like, because this is very unique. You're like the first person I saw with this business. So tell me about how did you get into this?
Yeah, kind of a crazy story. Um,
We like
right?
crazy.
It all comes from a weird place, right? Always. So I'm actually a graphic designer by trade. And before the pandemic, I was actually working remotely, and went to Bali, Southeast Asia, to kind of pursue my graphic design business there, since there was a huge community of other kind of what we call digital nomads, right? And so while I was there, I was kind of trying to figure out how I wanted to continue doing graphic design. And I actually just absolutely started to fall in love with how the island and the culture used flowers all over the place. It was so beautiful, so spiritual, such an artistic form. And I always loved flowers, but never really did anything with them. And I just kind of decided I needed to learn more about it. So I literally just contacted a flower shop one day and was like, hey, would you like some help in your shop? And they were like, sure. I was like, great. And so I would just go every day and sit on the floor with these Balinese women and learn about flowers, very broken English, and I speak no Bahasa or Indonesian at all. So it was, a lot of just visual, which is great because I'm a very visual learner. And I absolutely just fell in love with kind of working with the flowers, playing with the flowers, learning about the flowers, the joy and kind of like grounding and calmness it was bringing me, and just happiness in general, right? Being around beautiful flowers all day, it's hard not to be
Right,
like enjoy
right,
it.
right.
Yeah. And so I really wanted to kind of share that joy and calmness and excitedness that I was getting from kind of playing with and working with the flowers with the average person. What I found is that while, people receive flowers, get flowers, purchase flowers, nobody really tells you what to kind of do with them once you bring them home,
No,
right?
that's the girl, that's me. That's me all day.
Yeah, typically people just put them on the counter and they're like, great, done, awesome, right?
Hmm.
So I wanted to share with like the average person, right? To show you don't have to be a florist, you don't have to be super creative or know everything about flowers to really enjoy this beautiful natural thing we have all around us, right? And we can kind of use it for
Absolutely.
ourselves, for gifts. And so, so we started teaching workshops to basically just share our knowledge and our fun and joy with other people. And that's my favorite part, is seeing people's faces at the end of like the experience and seeing them leave so happy and so overjoyed with what
Hmm.
I created in front of them, and skills that they can go
Right.
with and kind of use over and over again.
Absolutely. So what has been the biggest surprise? So, because we've done this as a group in my office, and we have males and females. And when our managing partner brought out the whole flower, because she likes to do surprises, so we walk in the room, there are all these flowers, and we're like, okay. And I was really surprised at how well the men were just getting involved, because I didn't anticipate that. I thought they would be kind of standoffish to it, and they weren't. They embraced it. They were open-minded, of course, but created the most beautiful arrangements
Yeah.
and really enjoyed it, and became a gift for their wives.
Mm-hmm.
So have you run into moments where you thought, this is going to be a tough crowd?
Yeah, I mean, we do tons of all different kinds of events. So I never really know, right, what the crowd's going to be like walking in, because we do bridal showers, birthday parties, office parties, all different kinds
Right.
of things. So sometimes you never know. I always love when there are men there or there are sons there. Like a lot of times on Mother's Day, we'll get like families will come together, right? Because they're like
Mhm.
celebrating mom. And it's honestly some of the best arrangements come out of the men sometimes, like, and I love it.
Right.
And seeing their expressions too, like I said, like that's always the joy for it for me, but seeing them too, because a lot of times, even if they're not excited, like starting, they're like, I'm never going to be able to make, this
Yeah.
beautiful arrangement. Like I have no skills whatsoever in flowers or anything like that. And then they
Right.
do. do. And then they're like, oh my God. And then they're
Okay.
excited about it. And they're so excited to share it, right? And give it to their loved one. So yeah, I mean, all our crowds are always so different. We do age ranges from like 7-year-olds to 70-year-olds. So it's always
Nice.
yeah, very different depending on the party, especially since we do bouquets, we do flower crowns, we do centerpieces, we do wreaths. So it's always kind of different. And kind of what excites me is that you never really know, right? It's not like a typical day at the office where you walk in and you know what you're going to get. Every crowd
Yeah.
to work with, and it's the joy in it as well.
Wonderful. So switch gears just a little bit. How long have you been in business?
Yeah, so we're just a little over 2 years. We launched around Valentine's Day in 2021.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you this question because, we're a business coaching firm and we talk with a lot of business owners who get really inundated by the day-to-day work of the business and don't find the time to really pour into themselves as individuals and as humans. And we like to cultivate the thought of, there is harmony that you build between life and business. So I know you just took a wonderful trip and you were able to be gone for what, 2 weeks at a time? So
Yeah.
tell me how that was. So tell me, how did you schedule that? What had to be done in order for you to feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm very grateful that I do have a few floral assistants that work with me. So it's not just me right now. When I first started, it was just me. But last
Mhm.
summer, I hired my first kind of contractor to help with my business because I realized, hey, it's too much on my own. I need help, right? Um,
Right,
so after having her around, for about a year or so, and I have a few other girls that help as well, I realized summer's kind of our slower time. Like,
mhm,
seeing trends, just we're usually really busy around holiday season. So Valentine's Day,
right,
Mother's Day, spring, Thanksgiving, Christmas time. I kind of know we have to be all hands on deck. Like that's go time. It's really, really busy. If I'm going to be stressed, that's when it's happening. Right. And
right,
summer tends to be, especially in Florida, right, a little bit slower.
mhm,
And seeing that trend the last kind of like year and a half, 2 years, I realized, hey, I need to be able to take some, if I want to do anything for myself, right, I need to take
right,
advantage of when my business is, running a little bit slower so that I can run a little bit slower, right? Because we can't just go, go, go. I'm notorious for overbooking myself and just go, go, going
mhm.
and crashing and burning, right? So
Yeah,
realizing that now is the time that I can take. So yeah, so planning out, in the beginning of the year, I knew I wanted to go on these trips. So I just made sure when inquiries or anything came in that, we had events people planned to schedule to go to them. And it didn't have to be me. I didn't do as many public workshops this summer. Usually we do public and private, right? I just focused
mhm.
on doing private events. So if inquiries came through, those are the ones that we focused on and didn't try and sell
Love
tickets
it.
for all these events. Yeah. So they could
Right,
time
right.
to go and enjoy myself too. Cause I came back, I'm in a much better, clearer headspace and ready to, focus on and get things done that before I probably was like,
Absolutely.
I just don't want to do that. So
Right, exactly. We have to give our minds and bodies a break so that we can tap into their creativity, because it's hard to tap into that creativity when you are so bogged down in the day-to-day and the doing of the business. So
yeah.
I absolutely love that. I appreciate you being on here for us today. Could you just give us, just verbally how we can reach you? I'll put your information below, but I want you to just say it verbally for those who are just listening.
Yeah, for sure. So our website is literally just theroamingpetal.com. So you can hop on there. You can see everything that we offer. We have a contact form and all of our info's on there. But also, if you want to follow us on Instagram, we post tons of stories, tips, and tricks. And that's just at the Roaming Petal as well. So you can follow there, see all of our fun things that we post and events that we do.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you for your time as well. And we'll see you again next time.
Thank you.